Chapter 15 of Angel Food Time Little Talks to Little Folks by Reverend Gerald T. Brennan. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Maria Therese. Chapter 15 The Moon's Secret. Long, long ago, in the land of silver clouds, there lived a beautiful little star by the name of Flasher. Night after night, Flasher shone in the sky and smiled down from the heavens on little boys and girls. Flasher was a hard-working star and very serious. Now, there was one thing that bothered Flasher very much. He worried about the man in the moon. Flasher knew that the moon had been shining in the sky for thousands of years. He knew that the man in the moon was old and tired and deserved a rest. So little Flasher decided to offer his help. One night little Flasher skipped across the sky. It was a long trip over to the moon, but Flasher was excited. He stopped several times to catch his breath, but finally he reached the moon. Flasher wondered whether the moon would be angry because the little star left his place in the sky. But the moon was not angry. In fact, the moon smiled at the little star and was pleased to see him. "Oh, Mr. Moon," said the little star, "you must be tired. Why don't you take it easy? Let me take your place for a little while and you can take a rest." Of course, the moon was surprised and he smiled to himself. Then the moon became very sad. "I'm not as young as I used to be," he said, "and I'm very tired. Night after night I light up the world, and it's a big job. Little children look for me, and I can't disappoint them." "Oh, but it's late now, and little children are in bed," answered the little star. "If you'll take a rest," he promised, "I'll shine brighter than ever." The man in the moon thought for a moment and then nodded his head. "All right," he said. "We'll try it for a while and we'll see what happens." So the man in the moon climbed behind a cloud and soon he was fast asleep. And the little star flashed and shone brighter than ever before. And I don't have to tell you that Flasher was happy because he was so important, happy because he was lighting up the world, happy because he was taking the moon's place. Of course, men and women looked up at the sky that night, but they saw no moon. People wondered what had happened to the man in the moon. Was the old man sick? If people had known the moon's secret, they would have smiled. But little Flasher kept the secret and worked hard while the tired old moon took a rest. When the moon awoke, he felt better, but he was a shy old moon when he peeked from behind the cloud and went to work again. He thanked the little star for being so kind, and Flasher skipped back to his right place in the sky. Now, that was only the beginning. Down through the years, little Flasher has changed places with the moon many, many times. Many a night when little boys and girls have been asleep, the moon has been sleeping too. The moon has slept behind the clouds and Flasher has done his work. And best of all, Flasher has never told anyone. And I don't want you to tell anyone either, because that's the moon's secret. So, some night when all is quiet and still, look up at the sky. You may not see the moon, because the moon will be behind a cloud, sleeping. But if you try real hard, you may see little Flasher up there helping the moon. Then, too, when you look up at the sky, you may see the moon shining brightly. If you look long enough, the man in the moon may smile at you, and he may even wink. If the man in the moon ever smiles at you, that will be a sign that he knows that you know his secret. If the man in the moon ever winks at you, that will be a sign, too, that you have kept the moon's secret. Children, Flasher is only a little star in the sky, but he has a very big heart. That's why I like him. Flasher does his own job and he helps the moon, too. He makes it easy for the moon. I'll bet that Flasher is one of the happiest stars in the sky, and I think that Flasher can teach you a lesson. You are small, too, but you can help others and you can be kind to others. You can help right in your own home. You can help your mother with the dusting. You can help set the table. Many of you can help with the dishes. You can cut the grass, pick up papers in the yard, and run errands. Why, there are many ways you can help around the house. Don't expect your father and mother to do everything. Do you ever think about the lady next door? Isn't there some way you can help her and make it easier for her? What about school? Do you help the janitor by keeping papers off the floor? Do you ever offer to help sister after school? Maybe you can help some boy or girl in your class who finds it hard to learn. If you'll look around, you'll find many people who need help. Now, don't expect to get paid in money or something like that for every kind act you do. Kindness doesn't mean working for pay. Don't forget that God will see every kind act, and God will pay you well. Learn to think about others. Be kind to the poor, and be kind to old people. Help others every chance you get. Remember that God said that if we do something good to others, we really do it to Him. Flasher is the moon's best helper. If you help others, you will be a good flasher. God bless you, and take good care of yourself. End of chapter 15.